got to set up real quick. Guess I could put this over here. Don't know if this is gonna stay. Well. Sorry, trying to. Is this going lower? No, it's going higher. Okay. Got to set up down here in the. I was gonna run out and grab an energy drink, but didn't really feel like doing all that. And fell down. Oh, Jesus Christ. This tripod sometimes is a pain in my ass. Alright. Phone down. Why did this come out? This tripod has been... I did it with my other phone too, the 17, and I freaking nicked it. Alright. Can this stay for a second? Alright, this is good anyway, because I gotta figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, this works. Probably like 10 minutes until I get up and running. I have 2 scoops of creatine and a scoop of lit. I was gonna grab an energy drink, but I was like, it's probably not a good idea, and it would have taken me a lot to stream. So I'm gonna try and bike for like 45 minutes to an hour, which is a little bit lengthier than last week. I think like an extra 15 or 20 minutes. And just vary between the different resistances, and just try and be able to do it the whole time. That's really the main goal. Got some water. I haven't really drank too much water all day. I probably should like chug one. And then I gotta chug this too. So 45 minutes to an hour. We'll probably start off pretty late on the resistance side of things. And I should probably post this to the socials. So the brand that I've been working with, St. Kaizen, they were asking me if going under like a kind of contract would be something I'm interested in, and I'm not really sure, honestly. It would be more like, it's similar to what I'm doing already. It's kind of just freelance work with the ability to work with other brands. So it's not, I mean, I'm probably going to end up doing it. That'll be an announcement, I'm sure, at some point. And I don't really know how many athletes that they have, but their page definitely aligns with like my values. Obviously, my biggest dream is to work with Gymshark, but that's a tough one. I mean, it's a really tough one. You got to have so many followers, which not there yet, but we're working on it. All right, I'm gonna throw this back. Let me, while I'm doing this, we're gonna post that we're live so people know. If I can get a good shot. Why is it so blurry? Hold on. I think the light is messing up my phone. Hold on. All right. Wait. Maybe I should post it this way. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, St. Kaizen, the brand that sent me. Well, I have the shirt right here actually. Shirt, hoodie, all that stuff. They want to take it, I guess, a little more serious and like actually consider me an athlete under the brand. I don't know. And I would get like a monthly salary. Not really. I don't think they do codes. I don't know what the whole thing with that is, but they would be paying me monthly. Which, that's the dream, right? I mean, it's when you start doing this stuff, that's the dream, is to eventually be able to do it for a living. I still have a job, like my full-time job. But if this ever gets to a point where it could take over, that's the goal. That's everybody's dream. All right, live now. And we'll post it on TikTok. Okay. Gymshark is a good goal, though. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't really think it's that far-fetched. It's just I don't know what the requirements would really be. I remember like a year ago, someone was telling me it was like 15 to 20,000 followers, like at the minimum. I was like, okay. And we're at this point. I just got to make noise. That's like the only thing that I could really do is just keep making noise. My page is like at a launch pad. Once you hit a certain point, when you're at 10,000, 20,000 followers, you have leg room to blow up. It's just a matter of how. And the biggest thing is figuring out your it or your why. And I feel like I found mine. I just got to stay consistent with it. And I think it's the motivational stuff. Just keep posting motivational. I'll film one as soon as I'm done this. The cinematic stuff I do like doing, but it kind of sometimes takes away from me because I mean, I'm in the videos, but the audios sometimes are somebody else, like Bishop Mari or Batman audio, stuff like that. And it kind of takes away from me. Whereas the videos of me talking are just straight up me. And that's the whole entire showcase. Whereas a cinematic video is portraying a feeling or a message, but it's not, the entire premise could be a message from somebody else. Like I do use Bishop Mari a lot because he has some of the greatest audios, I think. I create them. I take his voice and then I put it over certain songs, but he's one. I know Steve Harvey has some. There's another Bishop too that I've been using his audios. I used to use my own audios, which I'll probably go back to at some point, but I post them now. So it's like I posted videos of me talking. It's kind of redundant to do another video of me working out with that audio. Though I could do it. I mean, I have about a few weeks worth where I haven't really posted my own voice over a cinematic video. So it's possible. This is the apple flavor of Lit, and it tastes like dog shit. But I bought two at the same time because it was buy one, get one 50% off. And I really thought that this was going to taste good, but it's horrible. It's Lit, and it's 2 scoops of creatine. Lit is pre-workout. I don't know if you know, the GNT brand. And creatine, I'm assuming you probably know what creatine is. Creatine monohydrate. It's good for building muscle. It's good for endurance and cognitive health, and it has a lot of benefits. I've been taking it for almost like 5 years straight, maybe. This brand particularly, I don't really like because it has other stuff in it. It has BCAAs and stuff, and it just like the scoops are ginormous, and it just kind of makes this like it gives it a different like consistency. It's kind of like thicker. Protein powder is good. I mean, if you're not getting in, I drink two. I usually drink like 2 a day, so I think they are good. If you can't reach the amount with food, which it is hard to reach that, like the body weight amount that you need to build muscle with food, I think it's good to supplement it. Getting to a point where you're eating 200 or so grams of protein is freaking hard. Like with just though it's more ideal because it's probably better for you. I have been using creatine pre-workout for a while though. Yeah, those are good. Those are like staples. You don't really have to use pre-workout, but I think it helps. I don't really think it's the best for you. It's definitely an addiction, caffeine. Creatine, can't get wrong with that though. People say that creatine is bad for your kidneys. I mean, I think it's bad for your kidneys if you don't take care of yourself. If you're not drinking enough water, off that. But if you're someone who's active and you're taking care of yourself and you're drinking gallons of water a day, you should be fine. It's the most researched supplement from what I understand. So, can't go wrong with it. Please do it. Everybody's been asking me for the SoundCloud thing, and I have made it, but I don't think they know where it is. Oh no, he's talking about Spotify. The audios I've been uploading to SoundCloud. A lot of people were asking for them, but I don't know if I can put them on Spotify. That might be like a copyright kind of thing. I'm gonna have to post that after I'm done. All right, so we're about 12 minutes in. I'm gonna get started in a minute after I finish this. Midway through this, I'm probably gonna freaking be wired with this. Although it's really not a lot. I'm used to more at this point. I'm used to like 450, 500, which is horrible, but okay. All right. Shit. How do I reset this? Hold it in. So we did 30 minutes to even the last time. So probably if I get to 45 and there's 15 minutes left that I feel like I could do, I'm going to do it. Let me make sure this is level with me. Yeah, maybe a little higher. Or back further. Now, if I put it all the way back here, I'm just going to read from my phone again. Okay. I got different sneakers on too. The free shoes that I got, they're coming this week. So I'll be doing an unboxing with them. I think that they should be Thursday or earlier than Thursday. They're the Travis Scott lows. The reps, but oh, it already started. All right, it's not even giving me a chance to. Time already started. Oh, this is really light. Hold on. Okay, get some music playing. I'm gonna keep the chat open if I can. Just shoot questions if you want. If not, I'm just fucking stay locked in over here. So we'll do 45 minutes. I feel like this might be really too late. Here we go. I feel like David Goggins, dude. I need to get a real bike. Get a real bike with a setup where my phone just kind of is like off like this. That'd be fucking fire. Ride around the neighborhood. That's the next move, right? I'll have to do that. Buy a bike. I could do the elliptical, but that's not really. I don't really feel like doing that. I think one thing I have to work on is controlling my breathing too. I breathe out my mouth way too much. What was the distance last time was 6.5 miles. What company would you recommend to buy from when getting supplements? I I'm at this point I feel like I'm more inclined to get the best bang for your buck. So like Sam's Club, they have Seabum's creatine. They also have his pre-workout, which I haven't bought in a while, but the creatine's $17 for 100 servings, which to me is a good deal. So really anything that you're getting the most bang for your buck. Wherever you find that, it could be on TikTok Shop, it could be on Amazon. Sam's Club, that's a good one. Costco has a pretty big one too, but I don't know if it's as much of a deal as that one. Like $17 for 100 servings. If you're doing 5 to 10 grams a day, that's 50 to 100 days of creatine, and you only spent $17. I mean, to me, that's perfect. Like, I remember back when it first like became like really popular, I was buying that shit every month, and it was like $30 every month back then. Now, like, as you're buying it from GNC or wherever, and now I feel like everywhere sells it, and you can get a better deal. But yeah, wherever you get the most bang for your buck, because at the end of the day, trying to save money. Creatine is no different, no matter what brand you get, as long as it's monohydrate. So let me get back to the chat. How do I do that? Trying to. There we go. Yeah, bang for your buck. I mean, GNC has good pre-workouts, but they could be expensive sometimes. Like, I think for both of those lits, it might have been like, I want to say like $60 or something like that. I don't remember. Just to me, it's kind of expensive. There's probably a way cheaper one. Like, I remember the one time I went to Giant, and they had, I guess Rise was like no longer partnering with Giant, like the food store, and they had their pre-workouts for $15. So $15 for 30 servings, that's 50 cents a day, I believe. So of course I had to grab that. That was a crazy deal. I would love to partner with like Rise or a supplement company. That would save me a lot of money. Clothes are cool, but I mean, at the end of the day, like the things that are actually keeping me functioning at a high level, which would be supplements and stuff like that, like, or deal with like factor meals or something, so I don't gotta prep. Those would be the most ideal. That's crazy. I know, $15 for a 30 serving tub is crazy. I don't know if they still have them. That was a couple months ago. And you think I just bought the Rise brownie protein? Yeah. I know they have some like crazy flavors, like the cosmic brownie, I'm assuming. C4 was one brand that I was close to partnering with. That was like a few months ago, but I never heard back from them, so that's out the window. Supplement company would be freaking awesome. Creatine and pre-workout and protein just coming my way. I don't gotta buy it anymore. That's perfect. I don't think I would ever make my own. I don't know enough about supplements to do that. Like the ingredients that go into it individually. I'm mostly looking at beta alanine, caffeine, and there's a few others in there. But then it goes down to like the root extracts and all that, and I don't really know what like a lot of those do. So I would have to definitely learn about it. But I don't really have any ambition to make a supplement. Ever had a phase where I fell off? Define. All right, I'm gonna ask you a question to like expand on that a little bit as to what you mean, because that could go in like multiple directions. Like fell off all around. My content fell off. Me, that I fall off. You'll have to expand on that for me. Can I put this up here without it messing up? Yes, I can. Now I wonder if you type if it's going to come up, and I don't have to swipe it, because that would be awesome. Did you type? No, you didn't type one yet. Dude, I need a more comfortable seat too. This thing is not feeling good. So we're about 8 minutes in. Kind of like, did you lose inspiration to just keep going to the gym or posting online? So, yes with the posting, not the gym. The gym has been one thing that I can say I have consistently never stopped doing for 10 years. And I mean that. Like, there's been periods where I've maybe gone less days, like 4 or 5 days, and then I would take off the weekends. But I never missed more than like a day or two in a row. That was it. Like, I made sure, even if I was on vacation, no matter what it was, I was getting the gym in. In terms of content has been something that I've been trying to do, not only with the gym, but with gaming. And I've been trying to do that for over 10 years, probably since I was like 12, 13, or 14. And this is like during the rise of YouTube, like on the real come up, like the 2010s, that whole entire time period was huge for YouTube. Minecraft, Call of Duty, gaming was blowing up. So I tried Minecraft YouTube. But back then, you do that shit, you get made fun of, and people bust your balls. Which, if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have ever let anybody talk me down on it. But so I've tried that. I've tried becoming like a pro Call of Duty player, like competitively. We went to LAN events. Used to stream our competitive matches, posted on YouTube. So we tried that for a little bit. What was the other one? And then 2018, 2019, really 2019, I believe it was the first time I made like a fitness page. Tried doing content on there. Didn't really last too long. Then I bought a drone. So I had a drone, and I had a DJI Osmo, like all these different things for cinematics. This was years ago. This was like, I believe it was 2019, still around that time, 2020. And this is when I first kind of learned about cinematics, and I was kind of teaching myself. This is when like David Lade had a drone and was doing all those kinds of shots. So I took inspiration from him on that stuff, and tried again. I was going to LA Fitness at the time, and didn't really last long. Like, none of these things have ever lasted long enough to survive. And that's kind of like where I'm at now, which is 2 years ago, in 2023, I started going to this other gym. And I don't remember exactly what. So, all right, I do remember. Within this same year, I think this is around the time like the Trend Twins and all of them are blowing up. I didn't really take inspiration from them at all, but I just saw like fitness and TikTok were like a thing. I didn't really push too hard on TikTok at the time, though I did start it. I was doing a lot of YouTube. So I went to a couple different places that year. I went to like Miami and Mexico. And then during my Mexico trip, I'm like, holy shit, like I look fat. Like I was a hefty guy. Like this was around one of the first peak bulks I've ever had. I was pretty heavy and it was visible. So when I got back from the trip, 30 days, I literally went to the gym 7 days a week. I did cardio and weightlifting every single day. And I lost like 20 pounds in a month. That June or July, I signed up to a new gym, which was AFC. And I kind of just, I was looking for a gym where it was okay to film yourself. And LA Fitness is not one of them. Planet wasn't really. Like, none of those commercial gyms were comfortable enough for me to go and film. So I went to this gym, AFC. It's kind of like a older, I don't want to say it's an old school bodybuilding gym. They just have older stuff in there. And it's a lot less crowded and a little more accepting of the filming. So I started it there. I still love that gym. It's an awesome gym. But then I discovered Body Dynamics, which was like right, like 5-10 minutes over on another road. And Body Dynamics was the beginning, I would say, of, like, I think at AFC, I was doing some cinematic stuff, but mostly I was doing like aesthetic stuff. Like my physique back then was like, I was very lean. My strength wasn't really there that much. I was kind of strong, but I was more so focused on how I looked, and my content was a lot more self-centered. Something switched when I started going to Body Dynamics. I started bulking, and I got up to like 200. And this was like the strongest I've ever been in my life. And I slowly, from like April of that year, this is 2024, when I first started going to Body Dynamics, April of that year, filming, people starting to see me, people coming up to me, like, oh, I see your videos on my For You page, my Explore page. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Meeting a lot of people. August hits. My grandpa moves in with us. I start helping take care of him. He starts coming to the gym with me, and that's the beginning of the winter arc. And then me and him, fucking damn near every day, were work. I would go home, eat real quick, gym, come back, eat, go to bed. And that was my daily routine. And he would be with me throughout all of that. And for that entire duration, up until like January or February, people were following our journey, seeing us in the gym every day, grinding, and it inspired a lot of people. A lot of the people that I met in Body Dynamics, a lot of them started posting and changing the way that they post because of me. And they just were super inspired by me and my grandpa. And then in February, he went into the veterans home. I still take him to the gym, obviously. What was it? Where was I going with that? And that kind of leads us to where we're at now, I guess. People were also following my journey with my other grandpa that passed away. And this is the first time that in all those years that I'm telling you about, that I stuck to this shit, and it hasn't gone anywhere. So that's kind of where all of this ended up. So for 2 years straight, I guess next June will be 3, or maybe next year, just in general, it'll be 3 years since I started posting and never stopped. Never missed a day. So if you talk about falling off, recently I haven't. Like in the past 2-3 years, haven't fallen off. But you look back like 5 or 6 years or 7 years ago, 8 years ago, etc. I tried doing this shit a ton of times, and it just, I don't know if it was who I was at the time. Maybe I didn't have a lot of confidence. Maybe I didn't have the mindset that I do now. Obviously, I wish I could go back and tell my younger self to just do it. And if I would have stuck with it from back then, I would be probably huge now. I mean, I really don't know, but falling off, that's the best I can give you. I've never fallen off with the gym, but I have with content, because it is a different kind of game. It's really different to stay consistent in the realm of posting, because how can you stay creative throughout this entire time? You know, like how can you continuously bring new things to the table, which I've been doing a pretty good job of, honestly. And even now, when they come in more frequently, the unboxing series is very new. The monologues prior to that, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but the mentor arc was the first rendition of that. But I posted talking videos even prior to that. But that was a good question, because that just made me talk for like 10 minutes. So any more questions? That was a good one. If you can give me some more like deep introspective ones, that was good. My legs are going through it right now. This is about the time to start burning. So halfway through. So we're running this till 45 minutes. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. How do you stay consistent when life gets busy? That's where there's a big, like, consistency with the gym and consistency with content. You just gotta work. Like, I was talking about this yesterday. You gotta work hard. Like, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be exhausted, you're not gonna want to do these things, but you literally just have to make it a point to do those things no matter when you get it in throughout the day. Like, it has to be a part of the most important things of the day for you, like brushing your teeth, like getting a shower, like eating, drinking water. Be like, I gotta go to the gym today, I gotta make a video today. And even if it's not like the most elaborate video, putting something out is better than putting nothing out, in my opinion. Obviously, put thought into what you do. Put quality into what you do. Not just no random BS, you talking on camera about nothing. Put effort into it, but just show up for it like you do the things that you normally do, like brushing your teeth and all that. Consistency is like I mean, the metaphor I used yesterday was like a drill. And the only way that you're going to get to where you're going to go is by continuously drilling into the ground. This thing that you're trying to do, you have to do it every day for you to see progress with it. I think the gym is a good example for you to start positive things in your life, because it's a one-to-one exchange where you're in the gym every day, that you go in there, and the amount of work that you put in will directly reflect outside of the gym. So whatever you put into the gym, you're going to get out. And I think that's a good metaphor for life. Whatever you put into anything else that you do in life, you're going to get out. You put in half-ass work, you're going to get a half-ass effort or a result back. You know, put in half-ass studying, you get a half-ass test score. half-ass video, you get half-ass mediocre views and engagement. So the gym is the starting point for, I believe, everything. And I hate to be one of those people that uses it as a solution for everything, but it really is like, it's a catalyst for positive change in your life. So that's really like, to answer your question, consistency is just making that thing as important as brushing your teeth, taking a shower, eating food, drinking water, going to school, like these things. It's making that just as much as a priority as the basic things that you do in life, such as those. So if you want to start posting content, that's where you got to start. You're asking good questions because I'm going off on rants every time you ask them. They're at least like 5 to 6 minute answers. I have the chat open in front of me too, so anything that you send through, I'm answering immediately. I just said, fuck music. You're helping me expand my thoughts, so I'm just gonna keep this. I really don't even need these. Oh, it's frozen. Or wait, did I freeze it? I think I froze it. You're helping me expand my thoughts, so I'm just gonna keep this. Ah, it's because I turned off my headphones. Maybe I should turn them back on. Hold on. All right. The next time the time pops up, I'm gonna consider upping the resistance, because I believe we're like halfway through exactly. Let me see. I don't know if you can see like the exact calories burned. So we're 22 minutes. In like 3 minutes, I'm gonna up the resistance a smidge. See, a lot of these are good for clipping. These questions that you're asking me, they would be really good for clipping. Though my answers have been really long. What's the biggest risk you've taken that actually paid off? What's the biggest risk that you've taken that actually paid off? This, I mean, that's content would be my answer for that. Starting all of this was, it's not really a risk though. I have another example which paid off, but then I continued to be stupid after. So like 4 years ago, I used to be into options trading, and I was following this ticker for what is now LCID, which is a electric car company. I had a lot of money invested into not only shares, but around the time that like news was going to break that they were going to be merging with another company, which would have been a positive catalyst, I bought call options, which means I was betting on the upside. I did that. I had like $5,000 in it, I think. And it went the way I thought it was going to. I was up like $30,000. Sold it, which means I liquidated all of that. And then of course it went back down. So I already had that play was made. So I had that, and then the week later, I lost half of that on another play because I was impatient back when I was younger, and I still, in some sense today, can be impatient. I think it's just the way the world is. with everything. I mean, we have everything at the touch of our fingers, which kind of sucks. But if you can teach yourself patience, it kind of helps. That was one risk outside of the gym and all of this. But my most favorite one, I guess you could say, is this, like doing content. I've stayed consistent with it, and it's continued to reward me in different ways, whether it's helping people or now, to the point where I'm at now, it's starting to actually show me that it's paying off, where I'm getting sent free stuff, and it's almost there. I'm almost there is the best way to put it. So it hasn't entirely paid off, but it's paid off in different ways. I think that's it. I mean, short-term things have been risky and paid off, but long-term, I really look at this, like the content side of things, because this has been my bread and butter for the past 2 years. It's the thing that like keeps the fire inside of me with the gym. Because honestly, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably become like a fighter of some sort, like a boxer or an MMA fighter. But I like this. I like bodybuilding. I like how deep bodybuilding can go. And I know a lot of people say it's the most superficial sport, which it is. But I think that the way the metaphors and the things that it translates into real life are hands down some of the best like life lessons and things that you could talk about or experience. And bodybuilding goes a lot deeper, and the gym, it just in general goes a lot deeper than lifting weights. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a positive catalyst for life. I feel like I strayed a little too far from your question, but biggest risk, content. Has it paid off? Kind of. I mean, realistically, I think I've earned more back from even monetization than I've put into all of this. I mean, I've bought myself a lot of clothes, and obviously I bought the second phone so I could stream. But no matter what, like, money's not the thing that is like driving this. And I don't care if I never get my money back. I know what I'm doing, stepping into this world. That's the risk, I guess, is really like the money that I'm putting out for buying these things. The time that I'm putting into it is probably the biggest risk. You know, is this all going to be worth it? I don't know. In my mind, it says it is. I'm crazy enough to believe that this is going to eventually blow up. Maybe not the streaming. I really don't know what it's going to be, but with the way things have been going, hopefully it translates into stream. Because streaming is apparently like the new wave. I just got to get out there. I think Body Dynamics has kind of served its purpose for me, and I might need to like go to different gyms and I guess take the more buzz. Like, I gotta start collabing, I think, is my biggest thing, because I'm such like an introspective, like, I'm very to myself, and if I'm not working out with my grandpa, I'm working out with my other friend. And I think if I were to invite, which I've been talking to this dude Joe from New Jersey, he has like 100,000 followers. He wants to collab at some point, which if I could do a stream with him, that'd be dope. I know he just got injured though. He's one. There's this girl from, I forget where she's from. She's got like 40-something thousand followers, and she loves my content. I don't know. She's not from this country though, so I don't know how that would work, but there's people that have reached out to me. I just don't like. Philly sucks. Like, nobody around here is open to collabing, and then also on top of that, it just sucks for social media. I feel like, unless you're in Center City, which even at that, it's like Philly's a tough area to do this stuff in. Everybody here just works, which I do too. But like, I also do this, so I don't know. If someone were to ask you your story, my story. I've been kind of like wanting to save this for a podcast. I don't know if I could sum it up. It's tough. My story. Well, I grew up in Philadelphia. I was born in Frankfurt, and then I grew up in Holmesburg. Went to public school for like 3 years. I was fighting a little too much, and my mom sent me to Catholic school, so I went into Catholic school in second grade. Definitely helped line me up a little better. So I went to Catholic school from second to eighth grade. Graduated, went to Catholic high school. Same thing. I think it's kept me like aligned, and it's kept my morals and my values. It's turned me into, I think, a better person overall. Like versus if I were to go to public school, I probably would have continued to be a piece of shit. It depends on the area. I'm not saying that everybody that goes to public schools is, but your environment sometimes shapes you. In terms of family life, earlier years surrounded by a lot of bad shit, drugs, violence, just nothing really that a kid should be surrounded by, but it helped me grow up a little faster. There's also some like childhood trauma within that. Played sports my entire childhood. I played baseball, soccer, tried basketball. Wasn't really too good at it. I was always fast when I was younger. I started boxing when I was 12. I became really good at that, but then my trainer never got me into fights, like didn't sign me up for fights, so I just stopped doing it because I wasn't interested anymore, because the main reason I wanted to do it was to compete, and I never got the chance to. So in high school, I played lacrosse for freshman year. Then I kind of just dwindled out and was too focused on girls and partying. My junior year of high school, I discovered the gym. Not for any other reason, but me and my buddy went to start going to look better, get stronger. So we did that. Stuck with that, obviously, ever since. Throughout that entire time, I've had a lot of jobs. I started working at 16, started driving at 16. After high school, graduated, went to Temple University for a semester. Literally one semester. At the time, I was dating this girl. And then transferred to CCP, which is Community College of Philadelphia. Went there for a semester. Believe the next year I missed the cut to like re-enroll something, so I missed that the fall of 2019, and then 2020 is when COVID hit. So I just said fuck, like I just stopped caring. I guess I didn't know where the world was going, so I dropped out again. That was like the first time. Went back, I think the end of that year or the beginning of the next year, which was like 2021. At the same time that I was doing the stock trading and everything. And where am I going with this? I took classes for a semester, passed everything. And I believe I dropped out again at some point. I forget why. I think at that time my mom broke her arm, and there was just a lot going on. I was working an overnight job, so it didn't really... I felt kind of pressured. And I think if I was who I am right now, I actually probably would excel in a situation like that. This is why I talk about like the things that have built me up to this point have built this mindset. And a lot of it's trial and error. A lot of it's going through tough situations, things that pressure you. I don't really know like where else to go. There's deeper things about me, but I'm trying to save that for like a podcast. If any other kind of like questions? That's like a very like generalized story of me, I guess. I probably missed so many things. Maybe if you have like individual questions, it'd be a little easier. That's very general. I need to like WD-40 these pedals. Where are we at with time? I'm probably, I would say I'm above 30. Yep, we're at 35, so we got like 10 minutes left. We're going to do 45 for today. I'm going to gradually increase, and then next week we'll do an hour. I think the thing with biking, the quad work is The quad and the freaking glute work is actually insane. Like the entire time this shit is burning. You know what I should have did? I have lights behind me. I should have turned on the LED lights. I don't know if they work still. That'd be a good question. What's the biggest difference lifting has made in your life outside the gym? Kind of like I was saying earlier, it's a positive catalyst for consistency. So you can give content as an example of that, but also within work. I think that everything that you do in life becomes a little bit better when you start going to the gym. So the quality of work that you do in your job or school, the way you feel about yourself, confidence-wise, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, obviously putting your mind to things. When you know that you can go into the gym every day and build a physique or build strength up, that directly correlates with a project that you might want to do, or like content. So I feel like it directly correlates with positive things. Like literally before I started working out, I would never be able to do this. I would never be able to talk to a camera. I was a very shy and timid kid. So for me to not only be able to talk to everybody that I do, it also helps me in my job right now because I have to publicly speak a lot. And I used to just be afraid to talk on camera. I used to be afraid of how my voice sounded. And now I just don't care. And I think it has a lot to do with confidence. I'm very confident in myself and my abilities to present myself good. So overall, to answer your question, I think everything, like, it helps with everything. I always vouch for the gym. To me, it's like the solution for almost everything. These are good questions. Even the life story one, all of them are good questions. Are you like chat GPT in them or something? If so, I understand because I use it a lot too, for my work and other things. I think it's a good tool, and I think it's where the world's headed. And if you don't know how to use AI, you're going to get left behind, and you're going to be hiring someone that knows how to use AI. So it's good to learn about that kind of stuff. I don't know if I have WD-40 down here. Nah, I have some in my truck. Oh my god, dude, this thing is hurting my butt. I need a way better seat for this. We're 37 minutes now. Actually, yeah, we'll go 45. So I up the resistance, and it kind of, that doesn't really take the noise away too much. Did the gym help you get through any hard? Yeah, literally everything. If you don't know, so the last girlfriend I had, me and her broke up in 2019. Helped me with that a little bit. I still didn't like completely have control over my emotions when I was 19, so I didn't entirely get through that with just the gym, but it helped. Every single bad thing that I've ever been through in life, especially with over like the last 10 years, the gym has helped. What was another one? Obviously the thing with my grandpa and Alzheimer's, if I wasn't going to the gym and I had to figure out how to just take care of him and do things with him without that, I'm glad that he loves the gym and I do too. It kind of made things super easy and seamless for both of us. And then obviously my other grandpa that passed away, the entire time I used the gym as like my coping, I guess. I was in there a lot. I was in there the day he passed away, the gym. And and obviously all leading up to it, that was a very important time of my life for me to be in the gym. And I do think it really helped. I think it helped mentally. I hope the resistance and it's friggin' burning even more. I wonder if it's going to tell me calories. I kind of want to see where we're at with calories burned. 215, holy shit. That is a lot. $40 in. I'm going to push these last 5 minutes out. I was going to stop at 40, but I told myself 45, so we're going to do it. Any final questions? Do you think you'd be the same person today if you never... No, not at all. Probably still be a shy kid. Timid, not confident. Wouldn't have met a lot of the people that I have through the gym. Wouldn't have found a purpose in life. Maybe in a different way, but this has helped. I think it's turned me into a better man. And overall, I think the direction that you take when you decide to start going to the gym is always going to be a better version of you. Mentally, physically, even spiritually, I would say. Like, literally everything. Every aspect of your life. And I hate to sound that way. Like, the gym is not the only thing that can bring you joy in life. And it's not the only thing that can make you a good person. But I believe, like I said earlier, it's a positive catalyst for everything. And what you decide to do in those moments, like, obviously there's people that go to the gym that are pieces of shit. It's not in my control, but I think the gym has helped me become a good person. A strong-minded person. A strong physically person. Being able to test the boundaries of what is physically possible, but also mentally possible. Was there ever a moment where the gym felt like, yeah, that's why I say there's some days where you go in the gym and that's your win for the day, and then everything else in the day is horrible. You might be taking loss after loss after loss with work, school. Maybe you failed a test. Maybe girl you're talking to stops talking to you. You go in the gym, that's a W. That's the only place that you can control a W. Outside of that, sometimes things are out of your control. I would say damn near a lot of the times they're out of your control. So the gym is the place where you really have the most control over the direction of your mind. And that's why I say it's good to get in the gym no matter what, because that's a win. Physically, mentally, spiritually, that's your win for the day. And if you're someone that doesn't go to the gym and life is kicking your ass the entire day, and you just go home and take that out, like I don't see that being a good thing. That's why I say the gym for everybody is a good thing. $233 calories burned. 233 calories burned. My fucking butt is like starting to cramp up. 43 minutes. We got about a minute and a half. Man. What's a struggle in your life that lifting help you make sense of? Fucking everything. I'm giving you a lot of the same answers because they're the most recent, but like my grandpa passing away. I mean, really testing your mental boundaries and your physical boundaries. I think the gym helps with that. Making sense of them. Nothing to me will ever really entirely make sense. I believe that a lot of these things are within God's plan for you. That's where things like that, like I'm always optimistic. So being optimistic is directly correlated with faith, having faith in God and His plan for you, I believe. So making sense of it, I mean, I'll never understand a lot of this shit, but at the end of the day, if it's out of my control, just let it go. I think everything in that, good and bad has to be let go for new things to enter your life. And I believe the gym helps with that. All right, we did 240 calories, 190 kilometers. Is that K? Yeah. 45 minutes. What else we got? Did it reset immediately, bro? Give me a second. I'm gonna hop off the bike. I want to take a picture of the time that we got. 241 calories. 241 calories is fucking more than enough for me to burn. I'm already a skinny guy. 45 minutes. Oh my god, getting off this is about to be fun. Oh my god. Dude, out of everything, besides my quads, my ass hurts. I can't believe that was 45 minutes. Face is all red. Where do you see yourself? Rich. Rich, not living in Philly. Hopefully a wife and kids. Because I'm 26. I'm trying to get on that. Potentially huge in the fitness space. I mean, we got 2 years in and we're at 20,000. Imagine where we're at in 5 years. You know what I mean? 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, million. And all of those are variables that are dependent upon me. The work that I put in will directly come out. Eagles game on a little bit. Collective Studio. I gotta post the SoundCloud. Appreciate you, dog. I mean, you're still in the earlier stages of your life. But what I do believe is that you could do the same shit that I could do, if not better. Whatever you're doing now, I'd say stick with it. Wrestling, whatever you're deciding to do after college, whether that's the military or something else. You could really do anything that you put your mind to. You just gotta work hard. And people nowadays don't want to work hard for things where that is the direct solution for success, I believe. I mean, the only way to become successful is to work hard. There's no magic pill. It's very rare that you hit a lottery with that kind of thing. Long year. Keep it up. Sorry, I'm checking out we're checking out the TikTok. Past few videos on TikTok, kind of fumbling. Not as good as the past week. But I think that's sometimes it's weird about the algorithm is like you'll have a really good week. Like videos that I posted earlier this week, 4,000, 7,000, 6,000. Like all of these, they're really good in terms of views, but then you have some that fumble. I think it's all part of the process. I think I just got to post more. I mean, I have to I wonder if do you know controlled insanity. I wonder if that's a brand I should be trying to push for. I'm not really entirely sure. Okay. There was a lot that you asked me that will be good to clip eventually in the future. These kind of videos are crazy because I'm talking about a lot. What keeps you coming back on the days where everything feels heavy, not just the weights? Kind of eggs off of what we were just talking about, but where everything feels heavy, where everything's a loss. I mean, I think the only way to write that is to be in the gym. Because like I said before, that's your win for the day. The gym is going to be your win for the day. So I think it's important to get in there. Having emotional control over your emotions, the gym helps that, but also it's a thing that you have to recognize. You have to recognize what's going on and realize that, anger, sadness, even happiness. I mean, every emotion can have a grip on you to the point where you kind of fall off sometimes, or they feel heavy, and it's like, oh, this is overwhelming. But no matter what, the gym kind of brings you back to this like medium where you're like, okay, I'm in here now. That doesn't matter. How am I going to get this weight from point A to point B? How am I going to get 8 reps out, 10 reps out? How am I going to get 5 really tough reps out? So yeah, emotions are heavy. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really feel them anymore. Do I get angry? Yeah. Do I get sad? Yeah. Do I get happy? Yeah. But like, the point where I'm at now is I understand them so much that they just come and go, because I understand that they're temporary, and it's going to change. Things change so much that there's no point for me to hang on to an emotion, whether it's a positive or a negative, if it's heavy. But I am going to sign off of here. I think this was a really good stream. We got 45 minutes of cardio in on the bike, 240 calories burned. I should have checked the distance, but that's okay. So yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe, and until next time, which will be tomorrow for chest, I'll see you, and no problem. I appreciate you being sometimes the only person in here. Although some people were popping in and out today, but you're consistently in here a lot, and I appreciate you. I got to hook you up one day with something. If I get freaking sponsored by a big brand, I'll send you some shit. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for chest. And until next time, have a good rest of your night. I'll see you.